Welcome to today's Australian Immigration Bulletin live event. In our live events, we share real stories, expert advice, and practical tips to help aspiring, skilled professionals who would like to come to Australia. Whether it's strategies, lessons, or inspiration, each segment is designed to help you take the next step in your journey. So, if you're ready to learn, grow, and move closer to your dreams, let's dive in.
Hello legends, and welcome back to our 5-part series on landing a job in Australia. Proudly brought to you by the Australian Immigration Bulletin. If you're tuning in for the first time, strap in. There's no death by PowerPoint here. Just two mates, plus a microphone, unpacking everything you need to know about Aussie work life, with enough jokes to keep you awake on the commute. We're not here to bore you with pie charts or corporate jargon. We're here to give you the good oil straight from the tap.
Too right. In episode 1, we covered where the jobs are hiding. Cities, regions, maybe even your couch if you're lucky. Today, we're diving into the million-dollar question. What do Aussie employers actually want? Because sometimes it feels like they're after a unicorn who's part coding ninja, part barista, part stand-up comic. You're sitting there thinking, do I need to whip up a flat white while debugging Python and telling a knock-knock joke?
Spoiler alert. No mythical creatures required. You don't need to juggle flaming torches while reciting the company handbook. But Aussie bosses do look for a few key traits that'll make you stand out without needing to grow a horn or wings. We're going to break them down, pepper in some real-world stories, some of them so ridiculous you'll wonder how we survived, and maybe roast a few office cliches along the way. By the end, you'll know how to stroll into an interview and have the hiring manager thinking, yep, this legend gets it. Where do I sign?
First cab off the rank. Let's talk about honesty. Seems obvious, right? You'd think it's a no-brainer. Don't lie. Tell the truth. Keep it real. Yet, every office has that tale. The bloke who swore he was an Excel wizard and then asked what the little green triangle in the corner means. Like, mate, that's not a secret code. It's just a warning you've broken something.
True story. My cousin once hired a guy who billed himself as a pivot daddle pro. Sounds impressive, doesn't it? Day one rolls around and this fella's Googling, what is a pivot table? Did full view of the team. 5 minutes later, the entire finance department had formed a support group, passing around tissues and muttering, we trusted him. It was like a scene from a bad sitcom, except nobody was laughing, except maybe the IT guy who had to fix it.
Moral of the story, never inflate your skills like a dodgy used car salesman. Aussie workplaces value straight shooters. If you don't know something, don't try to fake it till you make it. Just say, look, I'm not across that yet, but I'm keen to learn. Show me the ropes. Fail to own it, and you'll be the starring villain in the next office horror story, the one they tell newbies over lukewarm instant coffee.
Oh, and here's another ripper for you. A mate of mine once claimed he was fluent in Mandarin to impress a hiring manager. Thought it'd give him an edge, sound worldly and sophisticated. Cut to his first client meeting. The client strolls in, greets him in Mandarin, and this poor bloke freezes like a kangaroo caught in headlights. Turns out his fluency was limited to ordering dumplings at the local takeaway and asking where the bathroom was. The client's face dropped, the boss wasn't thrilled, and he spent the next month in night classes trying to salvage his dignity. Brutal, but a lesson learned.
Ouch. That's the kind of thing that keeps you up at night, replaying it in slow motion, but it hammers home the point. Aussie employers would rather hear, I'm not an expert, but I'll give it a red hot go, than deal with the fallout of a tall tale. Honesty isn't just about avoiding embarrassment. It builds trust, and trust is like gold in any workplace. You can't fake that with a fancy CV.
And if you do stuff up, because let's be real, we all do at some point, don't vanish like a dodgy Uber Eats order that never shows up. Put your hand up and own it. Picture this. Yep, I deleted the master spreadsheet by accident. Don't panic. Here's how I'm restoring the backup. Owning your mistakes earns you respect. Hiding them creates drama faster than a reality TV reunion special. Plus, Aussies love a redemption arc. Admit it, fix it, laugh about it later, and you're golden.
Too true. There's something about Aussie culture that respects a good, yeah, I stuffed that up with a grin. It's not about perfection, it's about being real. Speaking of being real, let's move on to initiative. Aussie managers absolutely froth over staff who spot a problem and fix it without needing a neon sign flashing, "Do this now." Printer screaming it's low on toner? Swap the cartridge. Don't sit there waiting for an official memo titled, "Yargent, we can't print to land in your inbox."
But, and this is a big but, use some common sense, please. No one's asking you to redesign the entire project workflow on your first Tuesday because you read a productivity blog over the weekend. There's initiative, and then there's rearranging all the desk chairs because you reckon Mercury's in retrograde and the vibes are off. One gets you a pat on the back, the other gets you a polite, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Golden rule here. Start with small wins. Refill the printer paper before it runs out. Draft a quick checklist for the team. Share a neat little shortcut you've picked up. These things build trust before you pitch something wild like a radical overhaul that just came to you during hot yoga. Ease into it. Don't go full chaos agent straight out of the gate.
Let me paint you a picture. In a restaurant job, initiative might look like refilling the salt shakers before the dinner rush hits, or wiping down sticking menus without being told. In an office, it could be tidying up the supply closet that's been a war zone since 2019, or setting up a shared Google Doc for meeting notes so everyone's on the same page. Small stuff, but it shows you're thinking ahead, not just punching the clock.
And if you're in a tray gig, maybe it's cleaning the tools at the end of the day so they're ready for tomorrow, or double checking the materials list so the crew doesn't rock up short-handed. It's about making life easier for everyone around you, not just doing your bit and bolting for the door.
But here's where it can go pear-shaped. I once worked with a guy who decided to optimize the entire filing system in his second week. Sounds noble, right? Except he renamed every folder, moved files around like a digital Tetris game, and didn't tell a soul. Cue absolute chaos. Nobody could find a thing, and the IT guy spent hours undoing the damage while muttering under his breath. Initiative is ace, but don't be a human tornado tearing through the joint.
Spot on. Start small, watch how things roll, and if you're unsure, just ask. A quick, "Hey, is it cool if I sort out the shared drive?" shows your switch on without risking a mutiny. It's about being helpful, not turning the place upside down.
Now let's chat about communication. Aussies are famously laid back. You won't catch them in a panic over a spilled coffee, but they hate waffle. Keep your emails short and sharp. Bullet points are your best mate. Say what you need. Chuck in a friendly sign-off and resist the urge to CC half the planet like you're sending out wedding invites.
Pro tip, kick off with something like, "Hope you're smashing it," to set a casual vibe. Wrap it up with, "Sing out if you need anything," to show you're approachable. But for the love of all that's holy, don't start with, "Hire Teamsters," that's 3 exclamation marks. People, that's the kind of energy even a triple shot espresso can't justify.
And when you're talking, keep it plain English. Buzzwords like bandwidth, leverage, or synergy belong in the 90s locked away with dial-up internet and Tamagotchis. If you can't explain it to Barry in Dispatch, who, let's be honest, is probably more interested in his next snag roll than your jargon, then rethink your phrasing. Simple and clear wins every time.
Let's dig a bit deeper here. Communication's not just about words. There's non-verbal stuff too. Aussies dig a firm handshake or solid eye contact. It shows you're confident and present. But don't overcook it. Staring like you're in a no blinking contest is just creepy, not charming.
And on Zoom or in meetings, a quick nod or "got it" lets people know you're engaged. Dead silence makes them wonder if you've muted yourself or just zoned out dreaming about the weekend. Oh, and if you're dropping bad news in an email, don't bury it in fluff like, "Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances beyond our control." Just say, "Sorry, we stuffed up. Here's what we're doing to fix it." Aussies respect the straight up approach.
Too right. Clear, honest, no nonsense. That's the Aussie communication playbook. Moving on, let's talk teamwork. Aussie officers live and die on it. Forget corporate kingdoms with ivory towers. Here, the intern can call the CEO mate and nobody bats an eyelid. When deadlines hit, everyone's rolling cables, ordering pizza and pitching in like it's a group project at uni.
Lend a hand, share the wins, and give a shout out to others in public. Nothing stinks worse than glory hogging. Well, except maybe microwave fish, but we'll get to that later. If someone's drowning in tasks, offer to help. Even 30 minutes debugging a spreadsheet can earn you serious karma and maybe the secret location of the office Tim-Tam stash. Here's a yarn for you. We had a massive project due once, and the whole team was flat out like lizards drinking the intern. Absolute legend stayed late to format the presentation slides while the senior manager ordered pizzas and proofread the lot. No egos. No, that's not my job. Just everyone mucking in. We smashed it and the client was over the moon.
That's the vibe. In Australia, it's all about mateship, looking out for each other, especially when the heat's on. Step up when it counts and people will remember you for it. But watch out for the flip side. Passive-aggressive nonsense. You know the type. No worries, I'll handle it. Followed by loud sighs every 5 minutes like they're auditioning for a drama. If you're swamped, just say it. Aussies rate honesty over silent martyrdom any day.
And if you're leading a team, check in with everyone. A simple "how's everyone tracking" can stop someone from quietly drowning in work. Teamwork's not just about pulling your weight, it's about keeping the whole crew afloat.
Now, let's get to the fun stuff. Humour and banter. It's huge in Aussie workplaces. You don't need to roll out a full stand-up routine. Just some light banter does the trick. Laugh at yourself, swap stories about your weekend fails, drop the odd dad joke. It builds rapport faster than those awkward corporate icebreakers when they make you say 2 truths and a lie. Please spare us.
But you've got to read the room. Saucy jokes? Straight to HR speed dial. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. 0 cents. Stick to safe bets. Sport mishaps, like how you stacked us playing backyard cricket. Public transport woes, looking at you, Sydney trains. Or the weather. A good Sydney rain rant unites us all. I left the house looking sharp, now I'm a drowned rat.
Self-deprecating humour's a winner too. Try this. I tried to fix the printer and now it's printing in hieroglyphics. Send help. It's relatable, shows you're human and doesn't ruffle feathers. Oh, and if you're stuck for a topic, lean on the latest viral internet trend or a TV show everyone's banging on about. Just keep it light and broad.
And give as good as you get. If someone cracks a joke, laugh along, even if it's a bit naff. It's about building that camaraderie, not winning a comedy crown. Next up, office etiquette, the unwritten Bible of any workplace. Let's sprint through the big no-nos. Microwaving fish? Capital offence. Exile, leaving the coffee jar milkless? Minor crime. 3-month probation. Hitting reply all with thanks. Lifetime banned from group emails. And stealing lunches? Mate, you'll need the witness protection program.
A few more to add. Label your sandwiches so nobody accidentally nicks them. Rinse your mug instead of leaving it for the sink fairies. And unclog the paper shredder if you jam it, and never ever take the last Tim-Tam without offering to restock. That's a betrayal. Deeper than forgetting someone's birthday.
And here's a classic from my old office. We had a cereal sandwich thief. Proper mystery stuff. So the team planted a decoy lunch with a note inside. Congrats, you've been caught. The culprit took the bait, and we all had a laugh. Legend status achieved. And the fridge was safe again.
Brilliant. Respect the shared spaces too. If you spill coffee on the counter, wipe it up. Printer's jammed, don't walk away like it's someone else's drama. These little acts keep the peace. And please, no passive-aggressive notes. Friendly reminder to wash your dishes just starts a cold war. Nobody wins.
Moving on to small talk. It's an art form and you've got to nail it. Simple formula: weather plus weekend plus sport. Try this. Hot one today. Hey, got any plans? Catch the Matildas game. Boom, conversation unlocked and you're done with Flynn.
And if it fizzles out, don't sweat it. Just say need a top up and point to the kettle. It's like hitting Seattle plus Alt plus Del on an awkward silence. Resets the vibe instantly. If you're new to Australia, don't stress about missing local references. Ask about weekend plans or a local event. Here, there's a market on Sunday worth a look. Shows you keen without pretending you're a born and bred Aussie.
And if someone's raving about a sport you don't get, like AFL or cricket, just say, I'm still getting into it. What's the latest? Aussies love explaining their obsessions, whether it's footy or the finer points of lawn bowls. Weather's your fallback too. The humidity's brutal, hey? Instant agreement, instant bond.
Now, meetings. They usually kick off with 2 minutes of chit-chat, traffic gripes, coffee quality. Then it's down to business. Keep your contributions short. Problem, solution, request. No one's here for a TED Talk during the weekly stand-up. Save that for your podcast dream.
And when the chair asks any other business, don't launch into a novel-length rant. Say your bit, then chuck in, happy to flesh this out offline. Translation, we'll chat later without hijacking everyone's lunch break. Oh, and if the convo veers off into tangent town, apply just to circle back to the agenda. Can save the day.
If you're presenting, practice the short version first. Can't explain it in 30 seconds. It's too long. Aussies love brevity. Get to the point, then open it up. A cheeky, let's not make this longer than a Marvel movie post-credits scene keeps it lively too.
Remote and hybrid works next. Cameras on, sort your lighting, ditch the laundry background, and pants are strongly encouraged. Don't risk it. Mute when you're not talking and unmute before you speak. Nobody likes the classic mime moment where you're flapping your gums and nothing's coming out.
And rename your Zoom handle from I don't_7 to your actual name. We're not detectives trying to crack a case. If you're juggling time zones with an international team, check in. This time work for everyone, so nobody's dragged into a 6 a.m. call unless it's dire.
For hybrid setups, don't let the remote crew feel like second-class citizens. A quick, can everyone hear me, or let's check in with the online folks keeps it fair. And if you're screen sharing, close those random tabs. Nobody needs to see your top 10 cat memes collection mid-pitch.
Every industry's got its own vibe. Finance? Suits, polished shoes, maybe a sneaky colourful sock if you're feeling bold. Tech startup? Hoodies, post-it walls, and an office dog with its own Slack profile, probably named Biscuit. Trades? High-vis and steel caps, healthcare, scrubs, and a coffee ivy drip. Figure out the uniform, dress one notch above on day one, then adjust.
How do you crack the code? Stalk their social media. Instagram for office pics, LinkedIn for staff vibes. If they're all in board shorts and thongs, ditch the tie. Glassdoor reviews can help too, but don't buy every rant. Sometimes it's just one cranky ex-employee venting about the coffee machine.
Aussie bosses love self-improvement. Mention you're taking a short course or wrestling with new software. It shows you've got a growth mindset, not a set and forget attitude. That's where the CareerWise English IELTS Express platform comes in. Free for Bulletin members, unlimited mock speaking tests, instant feedback. It's like a personal trainer for your tongue.
Picture this. You knock out a mock speaking exam before bracket, get real-time scores, then tweak your answers over lunch. If you're not using it, you're leaving free Tim-Tams on the table. Criminal! And in an interview, drop something like, I've been brushing up on project management online. So you're hungry without sounding like a know-it-all.
You'll meet some characters at work, the oversharer filter spilling their life story by 9 a.m. The passive-aggressive emailer, master of gentle reminders, sissy's their love language. The perpetual vacationer, working remotely from a Bali beach bar. And don't forget, the gossip thrives on drama and knows who's dating who. Smile, nod, don't bite, keep it polite, and stay out of the fray. So smile?
For all of them, set boundaries. A calm, thanks for the heads up, I'm on it, shuts down passive-aggressive Pete without a fight. Keep your email receipts too. You never know when you'll need proof you sent that report.
Slang, time, quick dictionary. Arvo is afternoon. Servo is petrol station. Breakfast is breakfast. Flat out like a lizard drinking means super busy. No dramas is all good. And chuck a sickie is taking a sick day, legit or not. We won't judge. Master these and you'll blend in faster than your instant coffee. The real coffee's the go.
More for you. Macca's is McDonald's. Sunnies are sunglasses. Thongs are flip-flops, not undies. Don't mix that up. Fair dinkum means genuine. Sprinkle them in, but don't overdo it. Nobody likes a jiggy mate every 5 seconds.
First, Arrive 10 minutes early, flash a smile at reception, nail the Wi-Fi password without asking thrice, and scope out the bathrooms before the tour's over. Bring a notepad, digital or paper, and jot down names. Nobody expects you to memorize the roster, but hey, you gets old fast.
True story. A mate wore a full suit to a tech startup on day one. Everyone else was in jeans and tees. He looked like he'd crashed a wedding. Research the dress code, but smart casual's a safe bet. Watch the vibe too. If it's headphones on, keep it quiet. If it's chatty, join in.
Aussies take mental health seriously. Feeling swamped? Speak up. Most places offer employee assistance programs, mental health days, or at least a boss who'll say, take 10, grab a coffee. Apps like Smiling Mind or Headspace are big here too. Some companies even hook you up with free subs.
Don't bottle it up. That's like ignoring a kookaburra loose in the office. Loud, messy, someone's going to notice. Take your breaks. Use your sick leave if you need it. Work-life balance isn't just a buzzword here.
Last plug, career-wise, English IELTS Express platform, unlimited practice, writing feedback, live mock speaking rooms, join drop-in sessions, test yourself, boost your fluency. It's free with membership. Don't waste cash on tutors when this is sitting there.
If Barry from Accounts hears you're paying for lessons in Z, he'll stage an intervention. It's got Aussie English baked in too. Perfect for non-native speakers prepping for jobs or IELTS.
So there you go. Honesty, initiative, clear chats, teamwork, a bit of humour, and respect for the lunchroom air quality. That's what Aussie employers are chasing.
Hit up the Australian Immigration Bulletin members area for more tips, templates, and cheat sheets.
Next time, finding hidden jobs, networking without the slime, and dodging the LinkedIn void. Until then, stay hopeful, stay caffeinated, and if in doubt, offer Tim-Tams.
Catch your legends. This one's being brought to you by the Australian Immigration Bulletin, your ticket to the Aussie dream.